Alright guys, by now we all know the crucial mistake that Goku has made in chapter 65 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, and that is giving Moro a senzu bean. So now that chapter 65 is finally out, I looked through it, read it up and down, hoping to find a good reason for why Goku gave Moro a senzu bean, and that reason was nowhere to be found because there is no good reason. It was a stupid decision and it was bad writing, period. Now in this chapter we actually get to see Moro eat the senzu bean and recover, and even then Goku still gave him the benefit of the doubt and asked him if he was willing to go back to the Galactic Patrol prison, in which he said yes, but as soon as he gathered all his power and he healed, he quickly changed his mind and dove at Goku and threw a punch at him, which was very unsuccessful because he damn near broke his hand. He definitely broke his hand upon punching Goku. Now I don't seem to understand why throughout Z, throughout Super, like we all know Goku's a good guy, we all know he gives people the benefit of the doubt, but you would think by now, and to this level of villain, you would think that Goku would just kind of get it into his brain that some people just can't be converted. And I know I said this in my previous video, but it is very apparent even now when this chapter is fully released to see that Moro's just not going to change, man. He offered a plea deal to Moro, basically, like, go back to the jail and I won't kill you. Moro agreed, recovered, and then quickly took back his promise. He said, no, I'm not going to go back to the jail, and attacked Goku. But even then, Goku still continues to give Moro chances. Instead of finishing this guy off, like Jocko's saying, even Whis at one point in this chapter tells Goku, hey, if you don't finish this guy off right now, then there's going to be consequences. There will be issues. You got to finish him now. Goku then goes into the direction that he's gone with every other villain before, and he tells him that he's not properly trained, that he's very strong, he's a wasted opponent, wasted potential essentially, that if he trained properly he would be stronger. And by Goku saying this, he's essentially saying, if you trained, you would be stronger, and then I would fight you, and then it would make me better, and you would make a fun sparring partner. But this is Moro we're talking about, man. It doesn't work that way, Goku. Of course, it's not going to happen because of story and continuation of the story, but in a perfect world, bam. Ultra Instinct Goku, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, would have just destroyed Moro, and that would have been it. The galaxy would be saved. But of course, our less than bright hero, not the brightest crayon in the coloring box, is giving Moro multiple chances when he should just finish him off, essentially. Period. What's the worst that could happen? Well, I'm glad you asked. Upon regenerating, Moro remembers that when he was fighting Mirus, he actually was able to grab Mirus by the neck, right before shortly getting his arm cut off by Mirus like it was nothing, like it was child's play. Now with this slight grab of Mirus' neck, he was able to absorb Mirus' powers, but his hand wasn't destroyed. Mirus kind of forgot that detail and he left the hand just laying on the ground. So what does Moro do? He goes, grabs the hand and absorbs it into his body. So now we have the issue to where Moro has been regenerated, recovered with that senzu bean, and now he's absorbed angelic powers. Now that is a very, very bad combination. But even though Mirus is not a full-blown angel, he was a trainee, still, he has angelic powers, which are leagues beyond our heroes, leagues beyond even a god of destruction. So this spells trouble for the universe and our heroes. Now at first I thought my theory was going to be correct. I thought we were going to be able to see Ultra Instinct Moro versus Ultra Instinct Goku in a battle of epic proportions. But the writing went a whole different way, which I kind of respect because that would have been the obvious thing to expect. So they did try to kind of add a little bit more to the story and throw us an unexpected curveball. And it turns out that, to my surprise, Moro's body just can't handle that angelic power. He hasn't trained enough to be able to use this angelic power. Now, what does this mean for Moro? He's pretty much ripping at the seams and he's imploding upon the weight of that power that he just can't control. For a moment, he seems to have it under control and he fights Goku for a bit. They do a couple laps around the earth, which is a very cool scene. And this panel right here is probably my favorite in the entire chapter. It's a very epic shot of Moro going punch to punch with Goku. and this was my favorite panel, hands down. Very, very nice on the artwork at least. Storytelling, not so much, but at least the artwork is very nice. Very, very nice. Now here's where we get another one of those Cell arc elements that are being reused. Moro starts to inflate to epic proportions, and they kind of reused a little bit of the Zamasu arc as well because he can't handle the power and he's kind of warping and transforming and such. So they're using elements from other arcs yet again, kind of recycled. Unfortunately, we were hoping for new material, but it is what it is at this point. Moro then gets very desperate and he says that he needs a body. He needs a body that can control this power. Now my first thought was that he was going to try and absorb Goku, since Goku has already kind of mastered Ultra Instinct and he can kind of handle it, so maybe his body would be better suited for angelic powers. A little bit of a stretch, but instead of this direction, he decides to merge with the Earth. So now we have a Cell situation because Whis essentially says, if you kill Moro now, then you destroy the Earth. And if Moro implodes under his own power, then you destroy the galaxy. And that poses a very, very, very important and crucial development. Just moving forward, how is Moro going to be defeated? Essentially, another piece of the Zamas arc is included in this as well, when Zamas kind of infused himself with the galaxy, but now Moro infuses himself with the Earth. So we're at kind of a wit's end here. Like, what's gonna happen? What is it gonna take to destroy Moro now? Because Goku is kind of essentially helpless right now. If he destroys the threat to the universe, he destroys the Earth. If he doesn't, then he destroys the galaxy anyway. Now, Vegeta's still hanging out, fully healed, and I think he might actually finally play a crucial role in the defeat of Moro. He's gonna have to use his spirit separation technique now and hopefully separate the Earth from Moro and put Moro away for good. That's my theory. That's what I'm gonna stick with at least. But as we've been thrown a curveball here, we might be thrown another curveball in the next chapter. Who knows? I'm very excited. I'm excited for this arc to end, to be honest. This is kind of a roller coaster, and towards the end, the writing just got kind of bad. Sorry, it is what it is. I'm a big fan though, but you just got to call it how it is, how you see it sometimes. Although the artwork was impeccable, I'm a big fan of how it was drawn out. I just wish the story had been a little bit better. But here's looking forward to chapter 66. It might be the conclusion to this arc, and we're getting a new arc sometime in December, January, I think. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you today. Alright guys, as always, discuss in the comments and let me know what you thought of chapter 65. Negative, positive, anything you got on your mind, just drop it in the comments below. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little bell so you're notified every time I drop a brand new video. Be kind to each other, wash your hands, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.